guys, it is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I'm here to do a bit of a bookish haul. So I have a couple of things I want to show you, and first of all, the first things I do want to show you are a couple of bookish prints that I received from an Etsy shop owner, and I have a discount code for anybody who wants to also maybe buy some prints on this Etsy shop. And the prints on this in the store are just absolutely beautiful, so big massive thank you to Ellie for sending me along some beautiful prints that I cannot just wait to frame and put up on my wall, and just try and find places to put them because they are seriously just so beautiful. I did put some up on my Instagram during the week if you guys have seen, but this is what they look like. So they're kind of like this size, which is a nice decent size. This one is a Peter Pan quote, which is one of my favourite all-time quotes from a book. So as soon as I saw this one, I had to ask Ellie if she could send this to me, and she very kindly did so. The discount code for these prints is going to be Aoife20. I will leave all the links and stuff down below if you do want to go and check out this Etsy store, which I would highly recommend you do so. The other prints that I received was this beautiful Roald Dahl one, which is here. And what this says is, and above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And that is a Roald Dahl quote there. And then the next one is from Yeats, and it is his "Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand." Designs around all of these are just so gorgeous. So again, that is Aoife20 is a discount code, and I will leave a link to Ellie's Etsy shop, which is Storybook Girl Design, down below as well if you wanted to go and check it out. So the past week I was actually over in London. I was just visiting a friend over in London, and we did some book shopping, obviously. So while I was in one of the bookshops, I actually can't remember which one it was that I bought this one in, but I had to pick up some of these Penguin modern classics, which I've seen some people haul and talk about, and I was just pretty interested. I mean, they're only £1, so they're pretty inexpensive, so if I don't like them, it's not too much of a big deal. So the first one I got is Daphne du Maurier's The Breakthrough. The next one I have here is Of Dogs and Walls by Yuko Tashina, and yeah, I don't really know what either of them is about, but again, they're very short, and hopefully I will like them. And then I also got one of the Little Black classics, and it is Jane Austen's Lady Susan, which is a novella that she wrote, and it is, I think, the only Jane Austen now that I don't have, so I had to pick this one up. And this one was £2, I think. Yeah, £2. So again, really inexpensive, but I have a feeling I'm going to like this. My friend also surprised me, and she got me a little gift when we were in one little shop, and she got me this little book, which is Inspiration for Writers by Emily Darcy, and it's just full of cute little quotes to inspire you to write, because we had been talking about writing, and you know, because obviously someday maybe I would like to write my own book, but I'm nowhere close to it right now. But hopefully I will try and get back into writing soon, because I used to write a lot when I was younger, and the past few years I haven't really written at all, because I do write every day for my job, but it's just a different kind of writing, so when I come home I tend not to write, so it's a little bit harder like that. But yeah, so hopefully this book will inspire me to write more. Also took a visit to the Daunt bookstore. So beautiful, and I just had to pick up a couple of books from that store. And the first book I got is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. This is by Mary Ann Schaefer and Annie Barrows, and this is actually coming out into a movie pretty soon. The next couple of weeks it's going to be out, if it's not out already, and it's something to do with a woman who I think is an author, and she's just lacking I think she's lacking inspiration on what to write about, and she starts trading letters with these people who are living in Guernsey under the German occupation, so I think it's during World War II, and the whole storybook, the whole book is told in these letters, and it's a pretty short book. It's only like just over 240 pages, but it just sounds really cute, and I just really want to pick it up. Again, it wasn't very expensive, so I decided I would just take a chance on it. And another book I have here is one I haven't actually heard of, and I feel like I should have, because I feel like it is probably actually quite a popular book, and it's The Reader on the 627, and this is by Jean-Paul Didier-Lorrain. I don't know if I said that right, but it is set in France, I think, and it is about a man that works in like a book pulping factory, and he sometimes saves pages and he reads them out aloud on the 627 train, and people like gather around to just listen to the pages that he has saved that day, and then one day he saves pages from, I think, a woman's diary, and they all become like really invested in this woman's diary, and I think he keeps trying to find more pages from it, I guess. I don't really know, but it's something to do with that. But again, a really cute sounding book. I think it's only like, it's not even 200 pages, so again, a pretty quick read. And yeah, I just can't wait to get into this because it does sound like it's going to be quite fun. I actually went to the Museum of London and I saw the Votes for Women exhibition they have there. So they have kind of a section, like kind of a whole separate section that's all just on kind of the suffragettes and votes for women and stuff like that. So we visited there as well, and I had to pick myself up some stuff from that in the gift store as well. So I got this little cup that has votes for women on it, which I love. I don't even know if I'll even use this for tea or just kind of for show, because it's like a small enough cup, so it's not like a proper mug of tea, but I don't know, maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. It might just be for special occasions, who knows. I got this bookmark here, which I haven't actually taken out of the packaging yet, but you can see it's just a suffragette with one of the banners for Votes for Women. I got this badge, which is a hammer badge, and this was worn by some of the suffragettes who smashed the windows of Parliament buildings and government buildings to try and raise awareness for getting the vote for women. So I just thought that was really cool, so I wanted to get a little badge as well for that. And then I got this little postcard as well. I mean, there were bigger posters and there were like these tea cloths and stuff that you could get, but there was this one which is only like £3, this little card, and it's kind of just one of the old-fashioned posters that they used to have for the Vote for Women. So I just wanted to have that just for keepsake. So yeah, I went into this kind of it was just kind of like a stationery store, and they had just some really cute kind of cards and stuff. And recently I've just been picking up these cards that have like little like inspirational quotes on them, or just like really nice imagery just to have. I haven't actually hung up any like on my walls or anything. I don't really know what I want to do with them, but I have just kind of been collecting them. So a couple I got here is this one, which says "Sometimes it takes balls to be a woman," which I just thought was really funny and I really liked it. Another one here is just says "Fabulous woman you," so I think like that'll just be a nice one just to have around in case I ever need just a little bit of a pick-me-up. I can read this and hopefully it will help me. And then this one I love as well, which says "Worry is a misuse of your imagination." The last one I got here is actually like, it's supposed to be kind of like a birthday card, but I just loved it so much I just wanted to get it. And it is this picture here, and it's these dogs, and it says "Live like someone left the gate open," as you can see here, and I just thought that was really cute. So I just think that is just something to little life motto, which I just thought was really cute. So, and I love the picture on this, so I just had to pick it up. I'll show you a couple of books I got sent recently, because I have a few, but they've been over the last like 2 months or so, and I'll just show them to you now. So the first two I have here are from Amulet Books. The first one is Valley Girls by Sarah Nicole Lemon. I read Done Dirt Cheap by Sarah Nicole Lemon last year, I think. I really enjoyed that, and this is something to do with a girl who is like, she's busted for partying, I think, and she is living in Yosemite National Park with her sister, sets her sights on climbing El Capitan, one of the most challenging routes in Yosemite, and her summer becomes one harrowing and ecstatic experience after another. First climb, first fall 2,000 feet in the air, first love. But becoming the person Ryla feels she was meant to be jeopardizes the reasons why she came to Yosemite, a bright new future and a second chance at sisterhood. When her family and her future are at odds, what will Ryla choose? So yeah, it sounds good. I really liked Done Dirt Cheap, so I can't wait to read this one and see what this one is about. And the next one I have here is The Accidental Bad Girl by Maxine Kaplan, and this is about a girl who gets caught hooking up with her best friend's ex on the last day of junior year, so she starts senior year friendless and ostracised. So she plans to keep her head down until she graduates. But after discovering her online identity has been hacked and she's been framed for stealing from a dealer, Kendall is drawn into a tenuous partnership with the mastermind of a drug ring lurking in the shadows of her Brooklyn private school. And that just sounds really good. So I can't wait to dive into this one really soon and read that one too. The YA fantasy book here, and it's The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross. And this is one, I think, about a girl who somehow is kind of, I think she's either part of a rebellion in her kingdom, or she might have like the keys of sorting everything out or something, or maybe putting a queen on the throne. I'm not really sure, but it sounds good. I don't really want to say too much of what it's about because I actually don't really know, and I kind of like to go into these ones blind as well, but I feel like I've heard this pop up now and again, and it sounds good. The next book I have here I was sent by Titan Books, and it is Embers of War by Garrett L. Powell, and this is about a sentient warship, which sounds pretty good. So that's really all I need to know, is that it's about a sentient warship, and I definitely want to check it out and read it, because yeah, just yeah. And the next book here I also got sent by Titan Books, and it is Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero, and people have probably heard this. This has popped up a few times before on BookTube, though I haven't seen it in this cover. I think this is the UK cover, where mostly I've seen the US cover of it. And this is basically like about a gang of adults who were once in this kind of like Mystery Inc. gang, a little bit like Scooby-Doo and Mystery Inc. And I think it's about when they're all a little bit older and something else happens and they kind of have to gang together again to figure out something that's going on. But it sounds really, really good, and I'm hoping to read this within the next couple of weeks, so just stay tuned for that one. And the last book I have here is probably one of my favourites, must read of the year. So it is Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence, which is the sequel to Red Sister, which I read last year and absolutely loved. I'm a huge fan of Mark Lawrence's writing. I've read all of his books so far. I'm hoping to get to this one within the next 2 weeks as well, because I just loved Red Sister. It was so good, so I cannot wait to dive into this one. So that is all my bookish things and just London things I wanted to haul and show you guys. Please let me know what you guys think below, and I'll see you guys again next time.